Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. This is season 5, episode 14, or something crazy like that. I've completely lost track, to be honest with you. But I know we're getting on well into the season again. I think we got end the season at around 20 episodes. I can't remember. Whatever. But welcome back. Welcome to everyone watching on all the different platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Thanks for signing in. And thank you everyone listening in the future on our podcast channels. Good evening, Dino, Bailey. Who else have we got here? We got Creepy and whoever else is there watching. Good evening. Send me a little comment and say hi. Before we carry on, don't forget to hit that like button as well. It helps the channel out massively. Good evening, Katrina. Nice to see you here. Yeah, massive love to you as well, Katrina. I hope you're doing okay. So we've got a few things to talk about tonight. First thing that I'm going to talk about is this weather. Who else is in the middle of a massive storm right now? There's like, I don't know if it's just me or whatnot, but my island is getting flooded. Now, we know my island can get a bit extreme for weather-wise, but it literally came out of nowhere. It's meant to be hot again next week. Can you believe that? If it's hot again next week, I'm going to be a little bit shocked and surprised, but you know how it is in the UK. So before we go any further, I just had a reminder come up to tell me that we are having a discount at the minute. There's a 10% discount on absolutely everything on the Ants on the Rock store. That is only until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if you are interested in getting yourself a cheaper ant colony, get in there now. Yeah, get in there now whilst the discount is still available. 10% off. You know, if you buy a fair bit, that's a fair bit of money off. It's my island. It is my island. It is like they're gonna like lock it and give it one day, and it'll just be my island. No, I don't know, but that'd be nice. I wish I had an island. If I had an island, what would I call it? I would probably call it Tomtopia or something stupid. I know Ant World or I don't know. I don't know. But either way, our really bad storm is affecting the signal quite massively today to the point where we've hardly been able to use the internet around the house. It's been quite frustrating. And as you can see, it's not on its best legs at the moment. On top of that, YouTube has done me in on my last video. So who's seen my video that I posted just earlier today, my visit to Jurassic Aquatics here in Portland? If you have seen it, you probably would have noticed that the audio is all over the place. I don't know why. It was fine before I uploaded it. So I'm going to take it off. I'm going to re-edit it, turn the volume up on all the talky bits, down on all the music bits, and re-upload it to see if that works a little bit better. Oh, Katrina, you've got it on mute. That's quite funny. So anyone listening, I know you can't hear this, but turn it off mute. It generally helps. But yeah, so at the minute where was I saying we got the giveaway going on? Not giveaway, the discount going on. Jump on that. That is for everything on the website as well. Just yeah, I completely lost track of where I am and what I'm talking about. So I've got a few more. Oh, that's it. The video. I will sort that out because I was actually quite happy with that. Oh, there we go. I think I might have pressed something. Sorry. Sorry. Oh dear, it's my fault. Um, the ones working so won't be here. Oh, that's a shame. But thank you for letting us know. Yeah, yours is buffering. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's awful at the minute. Yeah, that was my fault, Dean. Thanks for pointing that out for me, buddy. I went and moved the microphone, but I accidentally pressed the off button. I'm having a good time today. But yeah, so I've got a few more awesome outings planned. I'm hoping that obviously once this video is sorted out audio wise, it'll be much better. Because like I said, I was really happy with this video. We got some great footage, great interview. I really enjoyed it. Um, it's really annoyed me that like a week's worth of editing and it's all gone to pot when I've uploaded it. But it's okay. It's okay. We will sort that out. And like I said, I've got a few more um, journey places. So if you're liking that, make sure that you are subbed and following. And we've got some cool videos coming out. Like I said, I've got all sorts of videos that I'm in the middle of uploading and editing at the moment. Loads more coming on to the Ants and Rock review series because they were great fun to do. And we had lots of suggestions coming in. I've been booking some awesome interviews as well, mainly for the next season. We're trying to get some interviews for this season, but it's just been rather impossible getting things lined up time wise, to be honest. We've got some really, really interesting people hoping to come on the show super soon. It's just about matching up to their time. A lot of them are in the States. As you know, a lot of my contacts are in the States and other countries. There's a bit of a nightmare trying to get them to be available at the exact time of the Pit and Table Chat show. 9 p.m. for us is like 3 p.m. and stuff for them. So it tends to be like middle of the working day or middle of doing something, We will get there. We will get there. It's not an issue. You've got me until we have some brilliant interviews. And I try and keep you entertained the best as I can. So the Polyracus dives in front of us. As you can see, well, I'm hoping you can see, but the signal's so bad you probably can't see. The nest has been expanding non-stop since whenever, since the nuptial flight, like 2 3 weeks ago. They're still in their mating as well. I can see wings, I can see males, I can see females, and there's just so many in there. It's absolutely crazy. But it's not a bad thing. I'm super excited. We all know I am planning the expansion tank, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic having both of them set up. I am expecting a few deliveries this week as well, personal colonies and more stuff going on the shop over the next week or two. So keep your eyes open for that. It's one of the reasons we're doing our little disc sale tonight, just to clear a little bit more space on the shelves and so on and so forth. Some brilliant new products coming to the store. I'm not going to release any information as to what they are, but I'm super proud of it. Some of them have taken months and months of development. Some of you know, you're going to be trialing them for me. Um, yeah, there's going to be lots of deliveries coming out this week. I've been watching. I've had this tracked parcel that I sent. What day did I send it? I sent that on Thursday, I believe. Yeah, because Wednesday wasn't posting. Thursday, it must have been Thursday. Anyways, I've been sat there watching it, and it hasn't even left the island yet. Oh, we've got an Evie visitor. Evie, you want to say hello in your own special way, darling? Yeah, that's Evie. Ugh. Yeah, Katrina, you're already on the list. Don't worry about that. I mean, um, most of the people that are watching, I think, are actually on the list to receive a few of my free items as they're needing to be trialed. Evie's just sat. Are you going to say something in the microphone? You look like you're going to. No, she's just going to look at me. That's okay, darling. You don't have to talk. Bless her. But yeah, so like I say, we've got some products. They've been under development for months and months and months now, and it's actually nearly killed me trying to keep everything completely quiet and exactly. Yeah, it's been it's been very difficult to keep secrets. As you know, I hate keeping secrets. I'm awful at keeping secrets, and it's been a super exciting moment and time for us here in the Ant Corner. Super exciting, isn't it, Evie? Yes. I think even she's excited by what's going on in the next few weeks. But I'm hoping that all my new products will be fully available on the store by this time next month. Obviously, I want to go through a decent trial period. I don't want to rush anything onto the market because it would only come back on me bad if it failed in any way. So we're going to make sure we do things properly. And yeah, I'm super happy and excited. Right, Evie, you go back in the other room then. Thank you. Bless her. She'll be back in a minute. She'll be back in a minute. Thing is, she's like to keep her happy and occupied during these streams. We generally give her the Xbox. The Xbox is in the front room attached to the main telly, and she's coming back. She can use the internet and YouTube and whatever she wants in there on the telly. Um, there she goes. But she's just come in, and the Wi-Fi controller that she has was completely dead. So I plugged it in for about 45 seconds then, and she's come and got it again. So she'll be back in a minute, and it'll be dead again, and I'll have to. It's like it's the circular thing that we go round, and go round in the circle. Now, my eldest daughter is here giggling into the screen as well. So I suppose she's going to say a quick hello.
Hello.
And that's to Kayla. Now, Kayla, it is getting late and you've got school tomorrow. Now, oh my God. Oh my God. Right. Kayla. What day is it this week?
Enterprise Week.
No. Enterprise Week is something they're doing at school. It's just schoolwork. What's really exciting about this week?
My birthday.
It's her birthday. I've nearly got a 10-year-old girl. It's absolutely crazy. My, like, how have I got a 10-year-old child? When's your birthday, Kayla?
18th of October.
So, like 2 days' time. Is that Tuesday?
Yep.
That's crazy. 2 days' time, I'll have a 10-year-old child. That means 10 years ago, I was sat there. No, right. Go away, Kayla. I'm going to tell the story. Tell some stories now. Go away. Now, I was there trying to sleep. And it was like, what, 2 o'clock in the morning? And the what? Kayla, go away. And the wife rolls over and she's like, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm like, really? Bear in mind, like, we were meant to be going up to get induced like the following day anyways. They already had the bed made for us. So it was like 2 in the morning. And I was like, are you joking me? And she's like, no, I'm not joking. And we were in the middle of nowhere as well. So we had to bring an ambulance, get them to come pick us up, fly all the way to the hospital. Took like 45 minutes or whatever in the ambulance. They didn't even know the way. I actually had to give them directions on how to get to the hospital. And then, like, nothing happened till about 10 o'clock in the morning, anyways. I was sat there the whole night awake, waiting for something. The missus falls asleep. She went to sleep for hours and then woke up, and then it all kind of kicked off again. And then she went back to sleep. I was there like, like new dads. Oh my God. And I didn't sleep for days. I was absolutely smashed, but it was brilliant. I mean, anyone that's had kids knows the experience. It's an absolutely hectic time. But yeah, quite an experience. My youngest, Evie, amusingly, like, so Sarah was like at the table and she was pulling faces. And I was like, are you in pain? She's like, no, I'm fine. And that was at dinner time. By about 4 o'clock in the morning, she had woken me up because she was in pain again. We rang the ambulance. They turned up like ages late, whatever. As we were walking outside to the ambulance, out comes Evie, and I caught her. And it was like, whoa, I just caught a baby. That was a scary moment. But anyways, enough of the like baby stories, because that's not really what this is about. It's a little bit random. Kayla, if you go to bed right now, you won't be having a birthday and you won't be doing Enterprise Week, right? No, it's not unfair. That's just me being a daddy. Go to bed right now. It's nearly 9:30. No, bed. Last chance. Right. 1 second, everyone. I'm just gonna mute this. There we go. And now she's in bed. Not every day you catch a. Yeah, it was a good catch. Thank you. Um, and I will pass that message on, Katrina. Thank you very much. Yeah, like it was definitely an experience. We'll say that. Um, so what has actually been going on in the ant corner at the moment? Right. So my Nikos, they're in a bioactive tower, and they've got the Ants Canada Outworld attached via a tube. The isopods keep working their way down into the Ants Canada Outworld, and they can't get back up the tube. They get about halfway up and then they slide back down. So I think I'm gonna have to sort that to be like less steep for them because they're just sort of accumulating at the bottom of the tube. They're not walk around the outworld, but they're literally just trying to get back up the tube at the minute. And there's like 5 or 6 of them in a row in the tube, just like walking about an inch before they start falling back. It's just ridiculous to watch and ridiculous to do. So I think I'm gonna have to. What I did before was I shook them all out and then put them back in the top, basically. um, so I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna sort out the tubing so it's not so steep, and hopefully they'll be able to crawl up it. Obviously, they're not as what's the word like they can't go as upside down as ants, I suppose. Add a piece of wool. Now, I did think that a piece of wool or a little piece of string or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't. Do, you know what I mean? I kind of just thought, oh, I'll just fix that with a bit less steepness. But that is a really good idea. To be honest, though, it might be a bit difficult trying to get the string in unless I'll have to disconnect it all anyways, if you know what I mean. The whole thing about the tower is I'm never going to open that lid again. The plants are like pressed against the roof, and there's ants all over it, and there's no barrier. You know what I mean? The barrier is long gone. Like the minute I open that tower, there's gonna be ants everywhere. So I might see what I can do on putting something down, but I'm probably gonna have to um, just detach the tube and do it like that. Have you seen that woman on Austin Powers? Shoots. That's how I am. Oh dear. Yeah, it was somewhat like that, Dean. Um, it was sort of like she took a step up the ladder to get into the ambulance and was like, "Whoa, holy hell!" But it was a good catch. But the worst thing was, right, midwives aren't allowed. No, the ambulance aren't allowed to like cut the cord and stuff. So we had to wait for the midwife, and she was at a home birth at the time. So we ended up sitting in the ambulance with a baby like still attached, basically, for about an hour and a half. Bit of a nightmare. Again, the wife went to sleep during this period, so I was sat there holding the baby, trying to keep it all kind of contained. You should be awake. Keep believe it or not, I am rubbish at things like cricket and whatnot. I don't know. It's never really been my cup of tea. Throwing balls at sticks and things like that. It's just I don't any ball sport actually. I like rugby, but that doesn't count because the ball's a funny shape. Any kind of round ball, I, I don't know. I'm not that into it as a sport. I've always been much more extreme sports and that sort of thing. And now into weightlifting, but you know what I mean. Like I don't know. Normal sports just sort of a bit boring. I find. Now the rain has just stopped, so get your gloves on. Snooker. Now, snooker, yeah, right. So I got quite into snooker and pool when I was in foster care. It's one thing that they quite often have in foster homes is a pool table as like a getaway space for people in care, you know. Yeah, I'm no good at handling balls. It's not something I've regularly practiced, unlike yourself, Dean. Ha 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 ha. Any kind of round ball. All ball sports. Yeah, pretty much. Ball sports are like, I don't know, they're like, I think you grow out of ball sports by the time you leave school, unless you're going to get into it, if you know what I mean. Unless you're going to get really into it. I mean, I definitely grew out of most ball sports. I don't. When was the last time I even kicked? But actually, no, that's a lot. I play football occasionally with the kids. Um, like the neighbours as well. We all go out over the field and have a good kick about and run about. We have a bit of football around the house occasionally until the wife comes in and tells us off. I mean, the other day we were playing football ever so happily in the kitchen, and she came in and said it was dangerous, and I was like, "It's only dangerous if you're silly." And then something got hit off the side, and we stopped. But it was great fun whilst it lasted. I mean, what was the other thing? I walked in the room the other day and they all started hitting me with pillows and the shouting pillow fight. I was like, oh my god, okay, let's have a pillow fight. Thing is, I'm not gonna go light just because they're small. I am gonna aim to take out their head, take out their legs and knock them flying. I'm gonna be grabbing their pillow and smashing them around the face. It's a pillow fight, so I can go full on. It's fine. Good at pool. Yeah, I'm more than happy to have a game of pool, definitely. I haven't played for years, so I can't guarantee I'm any good anymore, but I'm sure it will come to a few games and whatnot. It has been a long time since I've done anything like that, but I'm definitely up for a game. Um, After the Sheffield, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be knocking about for the day before and the day after, I think, so there'll definitely be chance. Um, I think the wife is planning to come with me to Sheffield as well. So after the event, we'll probably have to all go out somewhere and have a few drinks and games of pool and just chill outside of that. Definitely, in fact, because we'll be in like Sheffield city centre. I think it'd be pretty crazy not to do something, wouldn't it? Yeah, Dean, no, but be any use to that when I'm 300 odd miles away. And I'm not camping this time. We're staying in a hotel. Thank God. I'm not as young as I once was when camping was fun and easy. Now it's like, why? Why did the ground get harder and cold during the night? I never used to do that. Like the whole time I stayed in Scotland, I was fine. Now, to be fair, the difference is back when I used to go camping, I wasn't an old man. You had a meal book. I'm confused. Oh, what after the last show is that, Bailey? Yeah, Dean, you're not actually that far. How far away is the Sheffield show for you, Dean? It's only like I don't know, 50 miles, 100 miles. I don't know, not that far for you this time. Like, in fact, people have said, "Why did you want to go so far up north? Why did you want to travel so far?" I was like, "I don't." But I had to make it fair to my staff because he travelled all the way down to Bristol for the last one, and everyone has basically said you're a legend for doing that. It is a hell of a long way, isn't it, Katrina? It's like 300 odd miles for us. I don't know what that equivalates to in a car, but a long time, like most of the day travelling, I expect. But it'll be fine. It'll be great fun. It'll be expensive with the fuel prices at the minute, but that is what it is. Yeah, further for Bailey. Bailey, are you? I suppose you're about as far as I am. I expect 300 odd miles for you as well. Madness, isn't it? Madness, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, Dean, I know that for you, mate. Small fortune. But we do it for the love. Sheffield is. I've done so much for Sheffield already. Is where John is. Oh, okay. I didn't realise that, Katrina. Actually, I think I did. I think it's been mentioned to me now. You said that. Yeah. 6.5 hours on the train. Wow. So that's like 8, 9 hours in the car or something crazy. I don't know. Whatever. It's going to be. We've got some. I'm not going to give out any names or anything, but we've got so many vendors that we've pretty much filled it already. Like, and that's a lot of time. We've got so many awesome speakers that I've had to relegate some of the stuff from the second stage and move some onto there. We've got exhibits fill up as well, and some other really cool things that the I came up with and the committee has come up with, and some things I'm working pretty hard on just to try and what's the word make appear into real life. I don't know what the word is. I'm not very good at art, let's be honest. And my things where I need artwork done, I'm kind of getting a little bit stuck. But apart from that, we're doing really well. Oh, that's brilliant, Katrina. That's brilliant. I'm gonna try and get a list as planned to bring more than last time. Yeah, Bailey, that would be brilliant. I mean, I'm hiring a van, I believe, and just gonna pack it. But I don't know. Maybe we should all hire a minibus or something. That might work out cheaper. I don't know. Maybe we should all of us lot from down here. Maybe we should talk about that because it might be cheaper to do something like that rather than I don't know. I don't know. I'll talk. I'll have a look. I'll talk. I'll think. I'll do whatever. Whatever happens, happens. We'll make it work. You know, simple as that. Yeah, minibus. That's what I'm thinking because you could still utilize a lot of space as kind of boot space, but then we could pick everyone up along the way. It's an idea. It's an idea. Yeah, exactly. If we could all meet in Taunton or something like that, yeah, that's kind of a central location, you know. Like I said, it's an idea. It's definitely something I could explore and look into. What the hotel will say when I turn up with tanks. Yeah, that's fair. Bailey, or anybody, in fact, if you book your hotel, let me know which one you're staying in because I've spoken to quite a few of the hotels and the managers already. They know the situation that we're planning to come up, possibly with loads of ants and stuff. So, you know what I mean. Let me know where you're staying, and if I've already spoken to the manager, I'll pre-warn them that you're going to be there with ants sort of thing. I'm sure it will be absolutely fine. So I've already spoken to most of the hotels in the general area, most of the taxi firms, most of the hotels, most of the restaurants, most of the businesses in the local areas, actually. As you know, I like to spread myself far and wide. So I've contacted almost every business in Sheffield, I think it was at some point, just to say hello. Because I'm a but yeah, no, it's all good. Sheffield is going to be absolutely spectacular. Definitely, I think I will probably put that into the committee and we'll look at it as a group of how it could be possible. Just because my time constraints for the next few days are a little bit crazy. Yeah, Katrina, that's a very good point. But again, I was going to be hiring a driver to drive the van, so it's not much of a change in situation. I have got a driver who's willing to do the whole trip for me, work at the event, so on and so forth. And he's a security guard as well, so he will be working the door for me. Spare carpet spots, sleeping bags. Hang on. There are also animal couriers that are heated and insured. Yes, there are. Yes, and spare carpet. Uh, Wicked. I shall definitely. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Excuse me. I mean, there's a high likeliness that the venue will allow us to also put our exhibits and our stuff basically at the venue the day before because it is hired from first thing in the morning. The minute they open the doors, we've got it. So I can't see them having a problem with us leaving stuff in the event room during that evening. But I'll have to speak to them first, and obviously it will be at our own risk. Um, but again, it's another option that we can look into. I'm just going to take a little minute to. Yeah, again, Katrina, we can sort all of that. It won't be an issue. Yeah, exactly, Dean. That's why I'm saying we will sort that through the committee, I expect, just because that way you can help me. But you know what I mean. I can get you guys to sort of help me organise some bits and bobs like that as I'm doing the other bits. You know what I mean, Dean. You know. Um, no last minute. Yeah, exactly, Dean. No last minute surprises. Hopefully. Um, screen shooting chat for yeah. Okay, brilliant. Do that, Katrina. Um, yeah, I'm just going to take a minute to talk about the Weymouth show again. This isn't an ant show. This is a show kind of showing off everything awesome going on in my local area. It is in Weymouth, May the 13th. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Again, it's completely different, which is allowing me a great deal of leniency in what I do. I don't necessarily have to stay strictly ants. I can literally just, if I like something, I'm sending them a message, and it's really cool. Um, Great amount of freedom compared to the ant shows, and some really cool people signing up. Oh, I was just gonna say, sponsor wise, everyone was wanting to jump on sponsoring the show in my local area. It wasn't like a wasn't a slow thing either. We got quite a few messages quite fast, but we are having lots of publicity done about us in the local area, of course, because we are local. Um, Thank you very much, Katrina, putting that. Get the whole place. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Bailey. You say we get the whole place. I think you're gonna be very surprised how much space we have. So on my website, I've put in a rough figure of how much space we're gonna have. I'm gonna be honest, that is nowhere near the figure. We have so much space. It's gonna make Bristol look small. And the venue itself is absolutely amazing. It's just a beautiful venue. So yeah, I can't wait to see it all packed out with vendors and set up, ready to go. You know, you might get a little tear come to my eye. Oh, okay. He's on about Airbnb. What is an Airbnb? Oh yeah, I see. What is Airbnb? I don't quite get that. I've never done that before. I've never really done much staying away. Be very cheap if we do it all plus all separate rooms. Oh, so it's like a rented house sort of thing. Ah, okay. Now that it again, committee, look into these things because if that's something that's more viable than us all getting separate hotel rooms, we could definitely do that. You know, definitely. Like I say, we need to look into all of these things. Um, so yeah, we'll action it through the committee because I'll either forget or I won't get it done or something. You know what I mean? So I will action it through the committee, um, and we'll sort that. But yeah, so the Weymouth show, we've got some. We're going to have Jurassic Aquatics there and some other brilliant people. Some stuff about fossils, insects, all sorts of stuff about the local area. I've really enjoyed putting on this show, and I think it's gonna what's the word? It's going to highlight the amazing work that so many people around here are doing. One Tom, Dino, Bailey, four, me and Don, four, five. Who else is coming in our group? Yes, I have no idea. Yeah, we will have to work that out, Katrina. Again, yeah, it all gets very complicated when we start doing it like that. Well, I'm sure we'll do it. Right now, this is really annoying. My microphone, right? The kids recorded something the other day and they turned my microphone only like about 45 degrees. And now every time I turn it back, it's loose and I can't get it to like lock in at the right angle. And me being autistic is really annoying. Really annoying. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can definitely look at these Airbnb things. I might be able to sort something out with them. Up, you're up north, Denver, Bay. Cheaper up here. Yeah, that's true. 5 rooms. Who else? A group in shared house would be awesome. Sorry, creepy brain fog. So I'm just tracking what's going on because I can't keep track of it at the minute. Ah, cup of tea. That's helpful. Oh, the only problem with a cup of tea is when you need a coffee, and then it just doesn't cut the mustard, does it? We'll survive. We'll survive. I'll have a coffee in a bit. Yeah, Sarah should be coming to the event in Sheffield, all going to plan and babysitter wise and everything. Um, yeah, it's gonna be pretty amazing. I think she's gonna. But the funny thing is, Sarah's actually from Manchester. Like her family is from Manchester, so going up north for her is like quite normal. Like she'll probably know the area to some extent, whereas I have literally not a clue. I think I think the group that we are talking about is not an actual group. It's like a metaphorical group, or if that's the right word, like a theoretical group, rather than a we have a Facebook group and you're not in it sort of thing. Just to clear up that confusion, if anyone's getting confused, I think Katrina's just referring to our kind of social group that we constantly talk between, which of course you are part of. Uh, yeah, we do. Yeah, okay, so we do need a group chat. Um, I can set that up if everyone wants. I think I've got everyone as a friend, so I'll set it up, and then if you want to invite other people, invite them in. And obviously, if they're not part of our close friends, then don't invite them in. I don't know. But we can definitely do that on Facebook Messenger. I'll do that after the stream. Which reminds me, there's not much of the stream left. I've actually ran out of things to talk to you about, unless you want to hear all about what my kids are up to, which you probably don't. I mean, Kayla's got all sorts going on. Amy, okay, Amy, she does her music shows. She's singing that Supercalifragilistic, that one from Mary Poppins. So I've had that going on almost on repeat for the last few days, if not week. Yeah, I like that song, but there's only so much you can listen to it. um, great film and great actors, and like I say, great songs. But I don't think I could really go on for another couple of months like this. But then when I was doing my music course, we had to play right. So we started in like September, and they're like, right, because it's your first year or whatever, you have to start preparing for your Christmas show now. Here's your song, Stop the Bloody Cavalry. If you've listened to Stop the Cavalry, drumming wise, it is one of the most boring songs in the world. I am a drummer. So I was very bored for the first like few months of my college career. And all we did every day, every lesson that wasn't theory, was just play this one song pretty much on repeat. And it was horrible. Like I listen to it now, and it brings back terrors. I have like night sweats hearing that song. Generally, I quite like Christmas music, but I can't deal with that one anymore. The other shows we did after that were always fantastic. And in fact, I think it was during that show we convinced our head lecturer to allow us to do Pachelbel's Canon, but obviously in a metal sort of way, with guitars and drums and whatnot. And we managed to pull that off absolutely in our first ever show. And yeah, so that one went well, but Stop the Cavalry was horrible. Um, the funny thing is, a lot of the people that I was in college with are still highly into their music careers. And one of them, I'm going to name drop him now, Elliot O'Brien. If you have heard or haven't heard of him, check him out. He's on TikTok, Facebook, possibly even YouTube, but I'm not sure about YouTube. Elliot O'Brien, absolutely amazing guitarist, like literally the most talented guitarist I've ever worked with. Okay. The wife just brought it in and chat. Yeah, cool. Cool. Well, that was fast. Well done, everyone. Okay, cool. Thank you, Katrina. I just seen that. Yeah, the wife just came in and showed me with her magic whispering. She's not actually that good at whispering. That was probably the quietest she's ever been in her life. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyways, I am gonna start rounding off the end of the stream. If you've got anything else further that you want us to talk about, anything I forgot to talk about, or anything you just want to simply remind me, please do chuck it in now. Uh, Dean, she doesn't know magic. She's pretty rubbish at magic. If you gave her a packet of cards, she'd probably play solitaire. Whereas if you gave me a packet of cards, I'd show you a few awesome magic tricks. I'd probably even get it to disappear in your ears. And she's just burst into the room like, you talking about me? Like, yes, I am talking about you, wife. You're rubbish at magic. She's giving me evils, but she's not denying it in any way. Yeah, I mean, Solitaire's not a bad game. Have you ever played the two-player version of Solitaire? If you haven't, I'll have to teach it to you all because it's quite hard, but it's a brilliant game. I got taught it by a German friend of mine, um, and it's a pretty good game, but it's not one that I had come across until that, and it's not one that I find many other people have come across before. So, yeah, we'll have to bring some cards to Sheffield, won't we? Oh dear, oh dear. Drop me a like if you haven't already, and of course, drop a sub if you haven't dropped a sub. But I'm sure you've probably all subbed because it's absolutely awesome. Um, what else was I going to say? Can't remember. Doesn't matter. We got a giveaway this time next week. That is the 23rd, I believe, and that will be to celebrate 1 year of these live streams. That's a whole year of me sat behind the computer chatting absolute rubbish. That has not been a bad year, let's be honest. I've enjoyed it and I've learned a lot as well. But yeah, right, I think I'm pretty much done. A massive thank you to everyone for signing in, joining in, sending all your comments like you do every time. You're absolutely spectacular, and I cannot thank you enough. Massive thank you to our sponsors, Answer Us and Valhalla Martial Arts, keeping me going with your awesome, awesome support um, in so many, many ways at the moment, keeping me sane for one. And of course, a massive thank you to our Patreon supporters, Katrina, Stacey, and Jason. Again, supporting me in so many ways, not just through Patreon. You're absolutely fantastic. And again, I can't thank you all enough. But you know, I love all of you, whether you're a Patreon or not. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the same treatment from me, and that is my maximum love. I am going to go. I'll send you all a message. Send me a message if you want me, so on and so forth. Don't forget, we've got the 10% discount until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning if you want to make use of that. Um, as far as I know, posting is working Monday and Tuesday this week. Wednesday and Thursday, I think they're not posting, and then I think Friday's back on. I'm going to keep an eye on that tracked mail, and as soon as it starts moving, all of you who are waiting for me, waiting for your deliveries, I'll let you know when that other one starts moving because that probably means everyone's moving. Anything that gets bought tonight will go out first thing tomorrow as well. I think that's about it for now. I think so. I don't know. I'm going to go anyways. I love you all so much. You're absolutely spectacular. I will see you again soon, Ant fans. Good night.